Hello and welcome to another episode of Tom Plays. And today we are playing Capcom Fighting Collection 2, which I've been very excited about because it contains some of my favourites, including Power Stone and Marvel's Capcom 2, and loads of other great games. But we're going to play Power Stone today because, well, why not? So let's go. So Power Stone is a game I have many very fond memories of. I used to play this on the Dreamcast. I was there from the beginning of the Power Stone craze, if you could even call it that. I really like this game. I know it has a lot of fans. So let's go for it. I hope you can all hear me fine and all that. So I'm going to play as my favourite, which is Wang Tang. So Power Stone, for those not familiar, is a 3D arena fighter. Power Stone 1 is a one-on-one fighter, whereas I think you can play up to 4 on Power Stone 2. I've always liked Power Stone 1 the best. It's a more direct game, I suppose. Although the arenas are quite small in Power Stone 1, but I quite like that about it. I should probably have used the powers more there. Anyway, so the idea is if you can collect 3 power stones during the fight, you can power up and become super powerful, which is really the aim, because that's going to help you win. But you can also pick up items and throw them like that, Molotov cocktail there. And once you hit the opponent, if they're holding a power stone, they will lose it. So it's a simple, but actually quite deep and incredibly well thought out game. And it was always one of my favourites on the Dreamcast. I like how Wang Tang turned into what is essentially a Super Saiyan there. I've always thought that you could make a Jackie Chan game like with this, with Power Stone. The Power Stone formula could be applied to a really fantastic Jackie Chan fighting game, because you could have all the different movies, all the different locations from the movies, all the different costumes and characters. There's such a lot you could draw from. Whether that will ever happen, I don't know. Capcom, Jackie Chan, if you're watching, which you're not, then I think it'd be a great idea. So yeah, once you're powered up by that, you've got that attack, which is like the range attack, then you've got a close-up attack. So, and then you've got the third one, which I didn't quite manage to do there, but essentially with Wang Tang, it's a spirit bomb. Like if you know Dragon Ball Z, you can see where they've taken inspiration from. I'll get the opportunity again. So there's your Kamehameha. There's your, well, I don't know what this is. This isn't really Dragon Ball related, but you do a little whirlwind. And when I get the next opportunity to transform, I'll show you the Spirit Bomb. I think this collection is extremely good value because the amount of content you get there, it's not just a lot of content, it's a lot of really good content. I mean, the games included in this collection are some of the best Capcom's ever produced. So I would urge anyone who likes fighting games to pick up this particular collection. I would say it's probably better than the last Capcom fighting collection. As good as that was, because it had all the Darkstalkers games on. For me personally, this one has, as I said before when I started this video, Capcom vs SNK 2 and Power Stone alone are worth the price. But then you've also got Project Justice, Rival Schools 2, which is another really incredible game. Capcom vs SNK 1 I have very fond memories of. Perhaps 2 makes it feel a little bit more redundant, but there are unique things about that game which are worth playing it for. Plasma Sword, you know, it's a bit of a hidden gem. Really enjoyable Capcom fighting game, which is a bit like if Capcom were to do Sci-Fi Soul Calibur, because it's weapons based, but with a more sort of a Street Fighter type button commands. So what's also great about this collection is you can play all these games online. It's got a really great system for doing that. You select all the games you want to be challenged on, and then if a player accepts your request to play, then it will automatically jump you out of whatever you're doing. So if you're just playing through arcade mode, for example, you'll get a big announcement saying new challenger approaches, and it'll be for one of the games that you've selected as being one of the games you want to be challenged on. So you could be playing Power Stone, and then you could just get a challenge for Capcom vs SNK 2, which would jump you out of Power Stone. You play whatever matches you play, and then you can come back to playing where you're up to, pretty much, on Power Stone afterwards. So I really like that. So you don't necessarily have to be playing the same game. You can get fight requests for different games, which gives you more chance of finding some online players. But we're just playing Power Stone today. What I hope to do on this live stream is just play through the arcade mode, which should be relatively straightforward. I've done it more than a few times in the past, so well, I'm probably a little rusty. I think I can still get through this relatively easily. Where's the Power Stone? Oh, it's up there. Oh, he won. I managed that. There's a good variety of weapons as well in this game. There's your Spirit Bomb. Hey. It's also worth noting that with those wooden supports, Wang Tang, who's a light character, he'll swing off them and attack you, jump from them and attack you like that. Whereas the character I was playing there, Galuda, he will just pick up the whole support and then try and hit you with it. So there's reasons to play different characters outside of just their moves. It's also how they interact with the environment too. So I'm playing with no border because at default the game has like coloured borders at the side with illustrations on. I always prefer it just being black bars at the side so I can focus just on the game, because you're not really looking at the borders when you're playing the game, you're focused on what you're doing. I've also put on one of the filters. So there's several filters on this game to sort of emulate how the game looks on a CRT display. Because this is how a lot of these games are made for those particular displays, and do end up looking a little bit rough around the edges if played without any sort of filter on this collection. I find Power Stone looks, I would say it looks a little bit more of a lower resolution without the scan lines. Or maybe just a bit more rough around the edges, probably a better way of putting it. I say some of the character illustrations look a little bit pixelated and stuff, but once you put on the filter, it sort of smooths that out a bit. But it smooths out in a way that it doesn't look soft or anything. It's quite a nice little technique. So yeah, I'm trying to continue doing these on a Tuesday night. So hopefully I can do another one next Tuesday. And oh, I think she's got me. Let's see. And I'd be really interested to hear if there's any particular games that you want me to try out. And then I'll tell you if I've got access to them or not. But you could always check out my PlayStation profile, which is Halo Soul. Add me on PSN if you like. Just let me know that you're coming from the live stream, otherwise I'll just think you're some sort of random person. So yeah, give me a shout so you watch a live stream, and then you can see what games I've got, I suppose, on the profile, and then you could suggest something. Because I just basically play what I feel like. Or let's say if it's a new game I haven't really played much of yet, I'll use this as an opportunity to give it a go and chat about it. I think I'm going to have to use a continue on this one because it's not going particularly well. This is one of the reasons why I find playing games and talking at the same time to be quite difficult. But welcome to everyone who is watching on the live stream. I saw that there were 2 watching there. We are playing Power Stone. We're about halfway through the arcade mode, and I just lost this fight, so I'm going to try and concentrate and win now. So we can show you the whole arcade mode if you're unfamiliar with Power Stone and you're curious to see what it's all about. Oh. So that one went rather well. I could just play every game out of this fighting collection every week and we'd be here for a few weeks. There was a game I played on a live stream many years ago now, which was a bit of a spiritual successor to Power Stone. It's a French-developed game, if I remember, but it was very, very similar in terms of its design. So that was, until this was released, that was the next best thing, really, because this hasn't been available on the most modern formats it was available on was the PSP, which, you know, is slightly more recent than the Dreamcast, but I always thought this was a strange thing to release on PSP, because it's always best as a, I say, the multiplayer game, really, and I didn't actually know many people who had a PSP, so... Also, a PSP, you primarily play on a smaller screen, and I think, again, with Power Stone, it's better played on a larger screen so you can see everything. So, you know, especially on Power Stone 2, there's a lot going on. It is possible also to dodge characters once they're fully powered up. You can still avoid them completely. It's quite difficult to do, but it is possible. So it isn't. It may look like it's a case of once you've completely powered up, then you've won the match. It doesn't always work out like that. I'd say it is quite reasonably well balanced. See, I can mostly dodge him. It can even, I think, if you do attack them while they're transformed, you can wear down their transform meter a bit and get them turned back to normal quicker. Yeah, I'm surprised there's been very few games that have tried to emulate this format. Because I would have thought there'd be a billion games like this. I remember there was a Dragon Ball Z fighting game that was somewhat similar. Which I'm not sure is incredibly well known anymore. It was on the PS2. Actually, I'd forgotten about it until I started playing this again. It's an isometric, like this is sort of fighter. Can't for the life of me remember what it's called though. It wasn't quite the same as Power Stone. I can't remember it being as good as Power Stone, but I'll have to reacquaint myself with that game. Gunrock. He's a big guy. Oh, that wasn't that effective. Shout out that explodes. So it's that bomb. Better get that power stone before he does. He really didn't want me to throw him there. Perfect. Play Power Stone and get a perfect round. Oh, very nice. Oops. That's one way of doing it. Oh, he played that well. Have to watch out for that. Oh, I think it's all over. This is quite a tough fight. Second to last fight in the game. Yeah, and it's definitely a little bit more challenging than what's gone before. Oh no. Oh dear, okay, so I've got to play a good game of dodging him now. It's also quite a challenging fight because the arena is actually a little bit more complex than some of the other ones. And of course, in order to power up, we do have to move around the arena to collect the power stones. So this is another way that this game's very well designed. And there's one power stone up here. I think it got stuck. Hopefully I can hit him. Try and get that red one. Oh, okay. So we'll just give that another go. I'd say this is probably the hardest fight in the game because the character you fight after this, Valgus, he's not. I don't think he's as bad. Again, because the arena is a lot more simpler than this one. Yeah, it tries to suck you in there. Way, okay. So one more power stone. Can we get it? Should have this in the bag. Oops, I could have done that a bit better. Okay, it's looking promising. So as long as I could make the most of that transformation, he's gonna get 2. Oh! Oh no. Gotta get that. And I won. That was intense. So now we'll move on to Valgus, who I don't recall as being as hard as Kraken in that last fight. It's also about making the most of your time when you're powered up, because you can actually, you've got to be on it and do all the moves as fast as you can. So there you go. We've got round 2 yet though. He does take quite a lot of health off when he attacks. Ooh. I'd say it's going pretty good. We could have done with doing this spirit bomb-like attack then. Whoa, okay. He wasn't letting me get him there. Great character designs. I mean, I haven't mentioned it yet, but I think there's a fantastic variety of different characters in this game and really well designed. You get to see Valgus' powered up form here. He fell into that. I think we'll just try and get the power stones, which is always a good tactic in Power Stone, but If we just stay on top of this. And don't let him... Well, yeah. It's easier said than done. Don't let him hit you. Oof, well that was incredibly close. We should be able to do it this time. It's always good when you kind of land near the power stone when you've lost one. Okay. Darn it. Well, that felt like a close one again. Yeah, that move takes off a lot of health. So try not to let Valgus connect, because when he does, he wears you down very quickly. Or the other one. I didn't get many hits on him then. That's it doesn't look too good. He wasted that. He just has to get one more attack on me basically, and he has me. I'm having a bit more trouble with him than I would say I normally do. At least last time I played this. Okay. Oh no, you got a lot of power stones then. And hopefully, if he didn't dodge that completely. Nice. So now we move on to the actual final fight, which is True Valgas, if I'm not mistaken. Which is this ugly looking thing here. I think the trick here really is just to rely on the power stones completely and just give him everything you've got. What's there? See, that takes his health down quite nicely. Just keep moving, keep dodging and attacking, and he's fairly easy to get rid of. Like that. And that is the arcade mode of Power Stone, played through as Wang Tang. And for those who weren't aware, there is an anime of Power Stone, which I've never seen, but I've always been curious about it. I think it was like a one-off or a short series. One of the cool things about Power Stone on the Dreamcast was using the VMU memory card with the screen, if you remember them. You could play mini-games, Power Stone mini-games on the VMU, which would have, I don't know if that's included here somewhere. That would have been a very cool extra if you could access some sort of version of the mini games you could play within this collection. But there we have it. Power Stone for the Dreamcast played through. I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and yeah, as I was saying earlier, if you do have any suggestions of what I should play, I'd love to hear from you. My user on PlayStation is Halo Soul, all one word, all lowercase. Add a friend request. I'm not sure if you can write a note with your friend request. If you can, just say you've come from, just say Blast Process, perhaps. And yeah, you can have a look at what games I've got and maybe suggest something you'd like me to play. But we'll just watch the credits here, because when you've completed the game, you reward yourself with watching the credits. And we'll give a little moment to everyone involved in this fantastic game, which is still one of my favourites of all time. One of the, well, definitely one of my top 10 fighting games, for sure. Thank you for playing, and thank you for watching. So until I see you again for another Tom Plays, it's goodbye, and game on.